Howdy folks, you on the C8 on Speed 252 show. Scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button, and join this awesome community.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of C8 on Speed 252, and I want to thank each and every single one of you for pushing that play button today. Let me go ahead and let him in over here. These guys are part of the tour. They handle all this stuff, so I want to let them in because that's what I'm going to do right here. Sorry. I locked it because a lot of other people was coming in, but I know who you guys are, so I appreciate it. So we're standing in front of the 2023 Corvette Z06 and get some great footage for you guys. A lot of other people may have put stuff online and grabbed it from the website or grabbed it from wherever, but I actually came out here one-on-one to actually get this car personally for you guys before it goes anywhere else around in the world, because this car, this is the first stop. It won't be its last stop. These guys will be working their butt off taking this car across the world, so definitely respect them and the hard work they put in to keep this car safe, keep themselves safe, and I appreciate it from them having the opportunity to bring this car out here. So let's walk around to the driver's side and open up the door. And I'm gonna sit inside this bad boy really quickly. So first of all, let me tell you, it's amazing. Look at that. That's completely different from the C8 Stingray. Actually, I like this a lot better than the C8 Stingray. This is nice. This is nice. Man, that's pretty cool. We still got a C8 logo right here, which is pretty cool, but that was freaking amazing. So right now I'm inside the C8 Z06. I know some of you guys are gonna ask me, how does it feel sitting in this car compared to the C8 Stingray? Now, I think that the dimensions haven't changed as much, but I will say this right off the bat, I feel like I have a lot more room space inside of the Z06 than I do my coupe. Now this is just a quick comparison between the Stingray and the coupe, because I'm sitting inside this now. If I got out of this car and went inside to Stingray, it might be a little different, but right now it feels like I have a little bit more space. I remember at one point Chevrolet said they was considering getting rid of this because a lot of customers complained like they felt like their passengers were shut off from the driver and all that great stuff, and it was certain things they couldn't do with this sitting here in the middle. But I actually like this a lot because it gives us that unique feeling that you just don't get in other vehicles. Like, I'm sure there's other vehicles, sports cars, that have something similar to this, but for a Chevrolet product, it is amazing. So let me get out of here really quickly and let my boy Steve in, because he's a good friend of mine as well. Let me go ahead and hide that over here, because that's my man right here. Steve's my guy. He got the Adams Polisher stuff right there, who also sponsors the channel. What's going on, man? How you doing, Claire? Pretty good. How about yourself? Great. So one thing I like about the Z06, especially this one, it definitely has the carbon fiber pieces in here. And you can see how well this is really designed now. First time I saw this is when I saw the 2023 Z06 in person in California at the unveiling when Chevrolet invited me out, and I saw this car decked out with the carbon fiber pieces, which at that time was the Accelerate Yellow. I saw the red mist. I can't really remember if that was carbon fiber piece in the inside of it, but it was fabulous. Once again, all these are the same. This is something I was just talking about a few minutes ago. I really like this. I think it makes the car stands out. It looks different. It looks unique. When people get inside the Stingray and they see this, they're like, oh wow, this is pretty cool. Like, they literally get excited about it because it's something different. Now, once again, the gauges are still the same. Nothing changed, and I appreciate GM for doing that. Like, they didn't change this at all. At some point I heard they was going to make this flat because customers felt like they were not engaged with the driver, which this car was designed around to be like a cockpit, something to keep you close and closed in. So I appreciate that for sure, that opportunity. I like this red stitching right here as well. Now I have the C8 Stingray that is torch red with natural interior. My interior is actually natural right here, the stitching as well, and which is pretty cool. We look right here, this is actually lined up. I know a lot of customers complain about how this wasn't lined up in the past, and I like how you can see General Motors decided to make sure that before this car is getting showed around the world that it's lined up, because they want this car to compete against all the other supercars and hypercars in the world. Well, I'm not saying hypercars, I meant later on as far as the Z01 and Zara, whatever the case may be. Right now, this is one of those things where they step into the supercar world. So I really appreciate that. I like these red seat belts. I'm one of those guys where I grew up not having the choice of choosing my seatbelts in any car I had. So any car that I can actually build my own, I would love to have the opportunity to change the seatbelt color. So this is pretty amazing. I mean, obviously black seat belts and gray seat belts are standard in the vehicle, but I like how I'm able to design this car. I like Once again, as far as these GT3 seats, I don't know if this would be seats I would get in my car. I like them. I don't think they're as comfortable as my current seats are. GT1 seats are okay with me. They get the job done. All I do is sit on them and look at them when I get inside the car and then outside of the car. So for me, I'm going to stick with the GT1 seats. I'm hoping, depending on how much the price of the car is, honestly. At the end of the day, that's what it will determine a lot of the things I may or may not get. Obviously, the carbon fiber pieces here is going to be expensive. Now, you can see, once again, this is a coupe, so you get the opportunity to see the motor right behind me. You have the suede interior, so this is a 3LZ. What's the difference between a 2LT and a 3LT and a Stingray, which is pretty much the suede here? The 2LT gives you everything you need to have. The 3LT gives you everything you need to have plus a little bit more, which includes the suede, and you have more opportunities to get different color interiors with your car. But if you set on the 2LT, which is really all you need, then that is what you should get. This car don't have the front lift, so once again, this is a car that will get crushed later on down the road anyway. So at the end of the day, every car is going to be built differently. So this car doesn't have the front lifts, as you can see right here. It only has the 2 buttons, which Chevrolet said, you know, they didn't want to go cheap and just put plastic knobs as thinking it was a button to actually function, but it doesn't. So they have the front camera here where you can just push if the car was starting, and traction control button here. There's no front lift at all, which is pretty interesting because I feel like if they are going to deck this car out as a 3LZ and take it around everywhere and show the world, it will make sense to have the front lift. But maybe for them, they was like, hey, we don't need the front lift because these guys ain't gonna really be driving it anyway. So that kind of makes sense. Just take a look at the steering wheel. Everything still feels the same. You got the Z mode right here, which is what I appreciate a lot. It's so easy just to push that bad boy in when you're on your favorite road, or you're going somewhere where you want to kind of, you know, hit the gas on somebody or do something like that. The heated steering wheel right here is still the same. The buttons right here are still the same, which is the volume. The fade right here is still the same. The cruise control is all the same. To navigate, the screen is still the same. All the gauges over here are still the same. Obviously, this is a coupe, so you don't have the convertible button up and down right here, which is all the same. Here's a button to get out. Here's a pop the front, and here's the pop the back. And the red stitching and the carbon fiber pieces here are still the same, along with the Bose audio system is still the same as well. Now you have the mirror. I can't flip it back and forth just because, like, it's not going to change. The car isn't running, so the mirror behind me isn't going to work. These buttons are also still the same as well. So I appreciate how General Motors kept most of this stuff still the same, but gave us a faster, stronger, wider, longer car. We was all expecting that at some point, right? That's pretty much the whole premise of the Z06, is to give you that wide body kit, that motor, that sounding, that extra throttle response that we really love. And don't get me wrong, when the Stingray first came out, everybody drooled over the Stingray. We can't wait to get one. We can't wait to have one. When can we get one? And now the Stingray is here. People love it, and a lot of people say, hey, I'm not getting the Z06 because I really love my Stingray a lot, or I did so many modifications to my Stingray that I don't need the Z06. I won't wait till the E-Ray or till the ZR1 or the Zora, whatever the case may be, comes out. So, but I know for me, I have never owned a Z06, so it'd be a dream come true to actually own a Z06 at some point. Like, I can literally say I own a Z06. I've never owned a Z06. I own a Grand Sport C7 and a Stingray, so I'm looking forward to getting that as well. As you can see, we have the carbon fiber pieces knobs right here, which is pretty freaking cool. I really like it a lot. Now, I don't know for my car, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna get any carbon fiber pieces in the inside because it's gonna be expensive. I don't think I'll be able to afford it, but I do think this is pretty cool. So if you guys are interested in getting the carbon fiber pieces for the paddle shifters, then you should definitely go for it for sure. And you can see the carbon fiber piece right here on the outside as well. It is pretty unique. And also the red stitching right here. And you got the carbon fiber pieces that are going right here all the way up right there. And you got the heads up display right here, which once again, I don't have the key. I can ask for it, but I don't need it right at this moment. So I'm about to get out and head to the back. I'm gonna pop that hatch right here. I'm going to show every person. I always want to show people this, even though it's not really important to a lot of people who don't own this car. But if you ever in this vehicle and you get stuck, the battery dies, the car's upside down or something, whatever the case may be, you pull this piece right here and it will allow this door to open up manuals. This is for your safety. If you get stuck in the car and the battery dies, you pull this piece and you get out and be safe. Now with the Stingray, you have the Stingray logo, or it says Stingray. I can't really remember right off the bat, but right now it says Z06 right here, so you know that you're getting a Z06 model and not the Stingray. Granted, the Stingray is a beautiful car, just letting you know this is definitely different, which I actually appreciate. If you come back here, you got a Corvette Z06 as well. This is something different. As you can see, you will see the C8 logo inside this, which I don't know if a lot of people know that, but it's pretty cool to actually see that. And once again, you see the Z06 logo right there as well. This is where you would charge your phone at. I know a lot of guys and women like to keep their phone charged, so you can put it right there. And hopefully this comes with the wireless Bluetooth connection, so that way you don't have to have any cords hooked up when you decide to actually put your phone back there. So we're going to get out. We're going to the hatch. This is that custom performance build center right there with the autograph by there. That's pretty cool. Now let's take a look at this wing. This wing is not carbon fiber, it is carbon flash. This is most likely something I may end up getting, once again, because I don't think I'm going to spend extra money to get carbon fiber, because I don't think I can afford it. But I do like how this wing is. I like the stance, I like the present. I was one of the first ones to get the high wing on my C8 Stingray from the museum delivery, and it was freaking amazing. I second guessed in the beginning, but once it was on the car, I freaking loved it. What I love most about this wing, it has 2 points. It doesn't have the 3 and then the 4 points like the Stingray does. It just has the 2 points, which is solid for me. Solid, straight solid. So we come on over here as well. Look at this motor right here, guys. This thing is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Now the engine cover would definitely make it look better. For me, I don't know, once again, if I'm gonna get the coupe or the convertible, but I do know that this is freaking cool. Now I do wonder how much the engine appearance package is gonna cost for the Z06, because for the Stingray it was like $1,000 bucks, and all you got was, there was 2 LED lights, as you can see right there, these 2 carbon fiber pieces, as you can see right here, and that engine cover that goes over there, over here. That's it. My personal opinion, I do not think it's worth $1,000 bucks. There'll be a lot of aftermarket companies who will be willing to give you some absolutely gorgeous pieces put back here that's not worth $1,000 bucks, or honestly a lot cheaper than $1,000 bucks. Obviously you have the roof right here, which goes right there. That's another reason why I'm trying to decide between a coupe and a convertible, because I've had the convertible as far as my friends owning theirs and me playing with the top, pushing the button back and forth. I had the coupe Stingray, I had the coupe as far as the Grand Sport, obviously, and I don't have a problem with taking the roof off. When it comes to the problem is when the weather is like, oh, it's going to be warm today, but then it gets a little cold and you have to get out of the car and you have to put the roof back on, take the roof back off. Whereas if you're driving it, you can push a button, and then it go up and down for you at any given time. So that's where I'm kind of in the limbo about it. So guys, leave your comments down below or your thoughts between a coupe or the convertible. Which one is convenient for you? Which one is not convenient for you? And which one actually works better for you? As you guys see here, it has the carbon fiber wheels. I haven't had the opportunity to lift one of these up to see how light it is, but at the end of the day, as you can see from that board over there to this board over here to the floor over here, the carbon fiber wheels. One thing I want to point out is, look how aggressive that diffuser is. Now there will be some aftermarket companies who make better diffusers, I guess, in their personal opinion, that'll be wider and longer than this, but this diffuser looks really amazing, and I definitely think it stands out above some of the cars that I've seen thus far. So I'm hoping to see some aftermarket diffusers in the upcoming future here regarding the Z06, and I'm sure there's some out there already for the Stingray. If you take a look at this right here as well, you can see how crazy this is right now. Like, this is freaking phenomenal. This is freaking phenomenal. This is so much wider than a C8 Stingray, which is technically right there behind me. The C8 Stingray is pretty much like this kind of square one. This one is kind of stretched out a little bit and kind of give you that airflow, and I like that Z06 license plates. Now if I can ride around that Z06 license plate, that'd be pretty cool. As you can see here, they still have the Corvette logo right here, which is a little bit smaller, but I see a lot of people actually decide to take this completely off their car, so it just doesn't say anything at all. They just don't want it to say Corvette, which I can kind of understand that. I mean, if I was going to wrap my car, I would totally take it off as well. But this is pretty much the full review of the 2023 Corvette C8 Z06 in person, the first dealer stop. You guys know part of my channel is about me traveling and getting the best footage I can possibly get for you guys. So once again, thank you for pushing that play button. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, because I would love to have you part of the community as well. Leave your comments down below. Or what do you think about this torch red 2023 Corvette Z06? And I'm going to get some great footage of all the other accessories that's here as well.